don't know how easily it combos this, that, and the other, but I know like the combo is um, getting the hidden hand out, getting an excavator out, and getting 2 Mox Embers and milling your opponent out. It seems rather easy, but I feel like it's going to be convoluted and annoying. Not really sure. Also, not really sure that I like this Lazarus in the main deck. Like, probably just want 2 of them. Feel like not having Teshar might be a bit of a mistake, but I'm not sure. Uh, well, I guess I keep. Well, this deck supposedly has a fairly bad vampire match, so probably gonna go bad. Hmm. Hey, they didn't attack, and all of a sudden my head exploded. How does this work? So this only gives me blue mana. I really like doing this. I'm supposed to mill myself. There's a chance I'm supposed to mill myself. Hey George, what's up? Hey Sean. I feel like I was supposed to mill myself. This one is Kifka's list. It's supposedly bad versus vampires, but I don't know if that's true. Guess I'm supposed to block here since I'm casting this next turn anyway. This deck looks something. I'm not exactly sure. I know, it looks like they're tapping 4 mana. I don't know if we can beat that card. Oh wait, JK. I mean, we're certainly doing something. Many people may ask what that something is. Couldn't tell you. It didn't block. Oh no. I got paired versus the exact same Nexus player multiple rounds in a row when I was playing a deck that doesn't beat Nexus, so did not go well for me. Huh. Does that let me kill that? It does, doesn't it? So, exile 2 cards in the graveyard. You may play this card. So, if I exile these 2, I can get this back. I think this works. So, I need you to be black. Okay, we did something. It was certainly cute fun. I agree. So these are legendary, right? That shuffles back into my deck. That's probably good. Blue, black. The hell does this thing do? Let's read this real close. Hey, thanks for the 24 months, friendo. That is appreciative. Thank you so much. So, I think I combo here, but I'm not really exactly sure how. Probably supposed to mill myself for a while, right? Looks like I'm supposed to mill myself for a while. This is certainly the first time I've ever played this deck, so I apologize greatly. I've played Bomberman. I've not heard of Sunset Riders, though. Not exactly sure what that is. Did I mess up? Hey, Tandy. What's up, my friend? Thank you for the host. Or wait, that was yesterday. Uh, is your stream over already? Shouldn't your stream still be going? Not not exactly sure if I messed up the combo or if we just can't combo like that. Feels like I should be able to keep going. But what do I know? Did I punt? George, apparently you've saw this deck before. Did I punt? Like, did I do something wrong? So it's not just infinite, you gotta keep milling yourself, apparently? Is that what I'm getting here? Kinda want all my cards. Kinda want the Tamios, even. Oh god, I gotta get rid of another card? No! A lot of stuff to get rid of. Well, his Jace is in the sideboard, so. Maybe you're not good enough. I don't know, you gain life. 5 mana. Seems good enough. I'm gonna take out a land at random. Sideboard in 2 white cards, so clearly we want to take out a white land, right? This deck seems like it's well over my head. Kifka said it was easy, but like, Kifka's an absolute absurd genius. Can we ever trust him when he says something's easy? I don't know. I don't know if that man's trustable. Oh, that seems like a good one. Awesome. I don't have anything good in my hand. JK. Had a really good card in my hand. I want it back. Bring it back, Daddy. So let's play this. Should have milled myself with the first one of these last game. I'm not sure that I did. So I get to kill my Teferi here, but I'm not sure my Teferi is very important. JK. Still get to kill my Teferi, but... Oh no! It's not my Teferi at all. Apparently my Teferi isn't important. If it was important, they'd have killed it. So I'm going to mill myself. This thing's going to come into play. We're going to shoot that. We've played everything? Yeah. Done everything we can. So my word, how do we survive 2 more turns? I don't know if we can unless we hit something great. Oh no! Well, we certainly can't because they had something great. So I'll mill them now. Since I don't think I actually have an out, might as well look at a card or two from them. I was told this deck is not favored versus vampires and probably doesn't beat red deck wins, but what the heck do I know? So I want my land back on the draw, or on the play. This hand seems terrible. I'm blinded by the scry. I'm mulligan a lot of hands where I can scry. It's probably bad on me. Huh. Taste it. That's not terrible. Click that like 3 times before it let me play it. No second Soren, please. That'd be swell. It's not a second Soren at all. That's a second Soren. Wonderful. The game doesn't like us. Them having that Soren's pretty horrible for us. They had a Gideon and a Soren? Ugh. Should literally have nothing but all lands. You do anything at all? So if I play you... Yeah, I guess you do something. I say something, I don't mean a lot. Certainly don't do a lot. Alright, what in the world can we do then? Can play the Hidden Hand and use the Runus Blast. It kills both legions, but doesn't do anything about the Soren or the Gideon. So that's not great. We can play the Hidden Hand, get rid of the 2 of the Teferis, play an Of the Lost, draw a card, play another Teferi, bounce one of the bigger legion. Maybe do something on the following turn? Is that the best we can do? So what do we need for that? We need 2 blue and a white left over at the end. Alright, getting another one of those isn't the worst thing ever. Could also technically even bounce this, couldn't we? For next turn? I don't think that does anything really. Better have a card. What do you do? I don't think you do anything. That kind of sucked. They chose to play it instead of another Legion. attacking him at the ferry doesn't really do much anymore for them, as I can just replay the ferry and Fibble Tip next turn. So we have 3 mana for this, 1 mana for this, 2 mana for this and this. So next turn we can cast the Kethis, the Lost but Seeking, the Teferi, and the Oath of Kaya. Might be better for them not to attack the Teferi then. Which has got to be awkward. They're sacking a vampire. What? Why are you sacking a vampire? What the heck does this do? I don't get this. They're doing that, they're attacking Teferi too, right? But like I said, I already don't get this. Alright, well. On a positive note, playing the Oath of Kai doesn't do much anymore. I guess I have to play the Oath of Kai and target this, that way they can't minus on this, but... So green, black, white. Pretty easy. Activate this as ability, get rid of one of these and one of these. Start with you, I guess. I guess I'll go to you next. Messed that sequencing up. I should have technically started with this. And this is why I should have started with that. Kind of think I want this Oath of Kai here, so. I don't think they quite understand what our deck was doing, and just like killing these legends over and over doesn't help. I don't know what they have that does 1 more damage to that either, so I'm thinking they just messed up and thought it was a 3/3. Wait, I guess I don't care if they kill that. I would rather that be in my graveyard, right? Yeah, I would actively rather that be in my graveyard. One second. So... I need to just start getting this game over with. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. And I want to use 4, 5, 6, 7 worth this turn. Is this only fight? It's only fight. I don't have double green for this anyway. Whoops. Just realized I kind of punted on that one. Oh, I got all sorts of neat things in my graveyard now. Whoops. Tapped one too many mana. I'm not actually sure what I want out of my graveyard anymore. I guess I'm just going to tap Diligent. Because as many of those as I can get can't be bad. Actually, I guess it could be bad. But I guess it's not bad. Even if they have a Legion's End, who cares, really? We just find another one, right? I just don't think we care about that. There's 3 of them gone, though. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do care. What don't I need? Don't need one of these Teferis. Don't need this. So we just play this. Bounce that. Start with you Soren, you face. Go with you next. Guess that can go to our graveyard. Play you. That can also go to our graveyard. Just putting things on the table at this point. Think we probably have did it. I've not technically did the math yet. Do we have another Teferi in our deck? We do not. So we take that up. Send in the clowns. Don't know why they killed that one. Get rid of you, get rid of you. Replay you. Comes into play. I'm going to keep you. And you're going to fight you. Okay. Then we're going to remove their thing. Alright. Sorry. I didn't really read chat there because I was running out of time. I'm confident I was making 1,000 wrong mistakes there. Confident I made 1,000 wrong mistakes there, but our opponent like kept killing our legends too when we had a hidden hand in play, so that was pretty awesome. Don't get me wrong, they couldn't ever stop from killing the Lost, but they could have like not killed my Teferi multiple times. Alright, let's try to play a little faster because I was worried about timing out that game. Alright. This hand seems nutty. Well, I certainly don't want another land. Hey, what do you know? It's another one of those decks that we're not supposed to beat. Too often, anyway. We're not stone cold dead versus it, it's just not a favored match. One free pal, what you gonna do? Oh, he did something. That was unexpected. Bobby. Yeah. Awesome. So you're white, you're green, you're black. 3-4 for 3. Now what? What are you gonna do when the 3-4 for 3 runs wild on your deck that can generally never ever remove it? Obviously they can remove it some. I'm pretty sure I snap trade that. Considering I just have another 3-4 for 3 in my hand. Pretty sure that I just snap trade that. Hello, I'm back. How many times I gotta click this temple garden? Hi. My name's 3-4 for 3. You want party? I like party. Let's party. They're not really playing anything, so... Oh, you like how I was shocked? Because I forgot what my card does? That's right. I forgot what my card does. That's the best time to shock. I think I'm just going to use this one. I should scry first and then decide whether I want to draw the card that I know I don't want to draw. Alright, my sequencing was pretty poor this game, but our opponent was playing vampires, and that's clearly just not good enough. Our opponent was playing arguably the best deck in the format. No problem. They honestly had a pretty bad draw. They cast 4 spells, but that's fine. 3-4 for 3 don't care about no spells. 3-4 for 3 don't care about no spells. This deck's awesome. This is a vampire smasher when they don't go 1, 2, 3, 4. That game they just went 1, 2, 3. So we had that. That wasn't nothing. But God, this hand's horrendous. Let's do our favorite thing and just keep it. I mean, we have 12 2-drops. A pretty good chance that we draw one with 2 draw steps and a scry. And by a pretty good chance, I mean, we're like, I don't know, 1 in 4 to hit. So we don't have a very, very high likelihood at all. But considering the rest of the hand is lit AF, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just keep it. That's right. We have 53 cards, right? Math. How many actually things do we have to hit? I don't remember. I don't know. I think we're probably close to 50% over 3 draw steps. Hey, I guess we got there. I know. Opponent is doing terrible things to us. And the more I think about it, the more it might have not even been right to do that. Maybe I'm supposed to duck this looking for a green mana for that. Blossom, none of those were a green mana. Ooh, wait a minute. Nah. Oh no. I believe this was in the business as what we call dead AF fam. We can't just take 11 here, right? Probably just dead if we take 11. I think we're just dead no matter what we do, but we're certainly dead if we didn't hit a land. I'm pretty sure we were dead even if we did hit a land. Well, I thought my opponent had a bad draw. I didn't realize it was nutty AF. Did I even get another turn? Yeah, I get another turn. Let's have a removal spell. I guess we'll take that other turn and mill him. Do I have to block this? I don't even get to mill him then, do I? Yeah, I don't even get to mill him. Alright. Want you back in on the play. I'll cut you. Ten green sources might be kind of thin. I've needed green sources multiple games already. I think Ophikai is strong enough to keep. And we have the Scry. If we didn't have a Scry, I don't know if I keep. Yeah, I need the land, so. That's a good one. We certainly need a land. Excuse me. We need it relatively quickly, too. Okay, so green, white, black. White, black. Alright, well, we have a 3-4. What does that mean? Does that mean they have a Sorin and are willing to kill my thing, or like sacrifice their aspirant and kill my thing? I feel like that's what that means. Alright, I'm gonna take the hit. I feel like they had a Sorin. It did in fact have a Sorin. Problem with said Sorin is I'm not sure how I win. Guess I have to pass turn here and get really lucky on the following turn. They don't have a removal spell and we draw Diligent. It's probably enough. Oh wow, they're leaving a blocker back to save Sorin. Technically kill Sorin still. Okay, now that card might be something that gets us somewhere. Let's find out. Black, blue. That doesn't get us anywhere. Alright, so now what? We can spew the 2 Mox Ambers and kill the Storm, but I don't know if we win the game if we do that. I think I'm just going to pass and take a big hit again. This might be playing with fire too much, because there's probably an especially good chance that they're going to like Legion's End or something this Lazarus here. But I don't think they're going to kill the 3/4. Oh, JK, they killed the 3/4 too, so the game's over. I don't have an out now, do I? They literally just type wow. Like, my hand's been horrendous. I'm not in good shape at all. Why'd they just tap wow? Like, I have no outs. That wasn't a good draw there. That wasn't a good draw. I'm not sure why they got so excited. Or got so upset or whatever. Wonder if I just killed the Storm several turns ago, where I'd have been. I have to block. I don't have an out. I don't. So my out here is like draw Fibbletep into something, maybe? I'm not dead on board. I'm just not in a good spot, though. So if I bounce this, that works, right? If I bounce this and deal 3 damage to that, I go to 9, and they're attacking for 5, 6, 7, 8. But they probably have to attack this. So it's probably just better to put that in their hand then. That at least delays them by a turn. It forces me to hit something next turn though, but I was forced to hit something next turn either way. We need a good draw. That's probably not a good draw for the simple fact that that probably is going to die to a removal spell. They have 2 cards in their hands. They basically just have to have another Legions. Yeah, they basically have to have another Legions here. Not sure what other cards would be in their hand. Alright, so we died. GG. It was a rough match. We also, flooded really badly. And I guess we didn't flood that badly. So if that's one of our hardest matches and we're 3-3 versus it right now, that's fairly promising. Let's get paired versus something that's not zombies, because getting paired, vampires. Because getting paired versus vampires every round is just boring. It's a good deck, it's just boring to play it all the time. And the second we play an anti-vampire deck, I guarantee we stop getting paired versus vampires. Alright. I want to play versus Scape Shift and Nexus and stuff and see how those matches are. I'm going to go ahead and play the Mox Amber this turn too, just because there's a reasonable chance that they're a fault erasure deck, like they're Grixis or something, so. If they're potentially going to be Grixis, I'd rather just get it out of my hand and not give them that option. Though they'd probably take Ashiok either way. But they're not allowed to have that decision. Guess I play this. Dang it. I thought I tapped that for a while. Now, the sucky thing about Grixis is Grixis actually has hard removal for this card. Most decks don't, which is one of the reasons this deck exists. If there's a lot of hard removal for this card in the format, then this deck's probably not overly good. Yeah. Oh god, this deck wouldn't function if it wasn't legendary. It has to be legendary. None of the cards in my hand matter, so. The problem is none of the cards in my hand do anything versus Bolas either. Mox Opal? Yeah, you're wild then. Wild Child Sean in the house. Odd card for that deck. Odd art too. It's just some goldfish rocking and rolling. Well, at some point, this is only a 25 land deck. At some point, we'll stop drawing lands, I promise. Though we've drawn 8 spells and 6 lands, it's not that bad actually. I'm just kind of whiny because 3 of our spells did nothing. Yeah, fish 3 times the sorcery. You don't normally. That card is playable. The card's definitely playable. Alright, so we're going to play this. Guess we're going to attack with this. Kind of want to draw a Teferi here. The odds of doing that don't seem very likely. Also messed up this turn. I should have attacked with the Lost but Seeking before I did anything. Though I don't think he would have blocked either way. I definitely sequenced that wrong. I shouldn't have played the hidden hand before I did that. Oh, oh, hello. Hi, friend. Oh, cute, cute. Well, hopefully we get to at least keep the second Teferi. Definitely need them to not shock there. Awesome, they didn't shock there. That's a step in a positive direction. Wait, they killed my Teferi. and didn't kill my hidden hand. I have a hidden hand in play. I can get my damn Teferi back. Opponent. Opponent. What the hell? I thought you were so clever last turn. Opponent. 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 Yeah, I'll get rid of one of you. I guess I get rid of the Ashiok in this spot. Guess I just play my Thibaltep first. Draw our cards, see if we want to smile. We don't, so I guess I'm going to play you second. See what's on top of our deck. Probably should have scryed before I played the first Lost but Seeking. It's definitely not what this card's called. This card's just called the Lost, but yeah, wouldn't have changed anything, I guess. Am I supposed to just tick this one up? I think I punted there, actually. I think I was probably supposed to Teferi, bounce this in the hand, Oath of Kai, deal 3 more damage to them. Yeah, I screwed that turn up. They should be at 3 right now. I was keeping the Teferi to bounce Nicobolus, but the more I think about it, the more I just think that's wrong. There's a reasonable chance we don't end this turn with the Teferi in play, or the Kesha in play, or both. Turns out that they milled me. They milled me. They milled me. Sorry. Get that out of here. They milled me. For anybody who's watching at home. I also think I sequenced strong again. I think I should have played this first. Okay. Okay. Milled me. So now they have to kill the hidden hand and gain life? Well, that just lets me put another legend in my graveyard, which makes it easier for me to use the hidden hand. So now they need a way to kill the hidden hand. That didn't kill the hidden hand, so they're dead. Okay. Well. Who knew we were playing Burn? Alright, to the sideboard we go. With our Burn deck, it's pretty awesome. This seems good here, this seems good here. I feel like these seem kind of good here. Good argument for these two. Definitely don't want these. Definitely don't think I want these. Definitely think I can at least shave on one, if not two of these. But we'll start with one for now. We'll cut a land. Post board as well. Alright. So I definitely want these. Want to try all of these just for shits and giggles. Do I want these drakes or not? So the drakes can block Nicobolus infinitely, can attack Nicobolus infinitely, can also block Thief of Sandy if they happen to be on it, or the 1-1 that gets counters that Jabber used to play. I don't know if he still does. What else? Oh. Well, okay. Opponent doesn't want to play no more. so take 2 minutes to sideboard and you'll get 3 wins. That reminds me, I wonder how Jabber did today. No, he was testing a thing. Did not do well. Alright. So, our opponent milled us and we won. That was pretty cool. I don't think we were in great shape before they milled us. So it doesn't have a particularly good aggro match, and I get paired versus aggro more than anything in like plat and gold. That being said, the games also take 10 years, so even if my win percentage was like say 5 to 8% higher, I'd probably still play a faster deck. Like, I don't think it'll beat red deck wins. I assume this match is already over. Like, I assume you play this deck to pick on certain decks. Guess I should keep that. But I'm probably playing this deck very wrong. Keep that in mind. Like, I've probably made 100 mistakes. They played their land before they played to light up the stage. They did not get punished. Not getting punished by that's a bit of a dagger. Oh, look. It's a card I don't really answer. And they got the Wizard's Lightning? Oh, what a fail. I think we're now officially on 0% to win this game. Yeah. I needed them to have a burn spell or a creature, not have the burn spell that kills my thing and a creature. Like, being able to add to the board there plus a burn spell feels like a task I won't be able to overcome. Does that do anything? I don't think so. It's time walks for a turn, but I don't think that's good enough. So next turn we can Teferi, bounce our oath, play our oath. And assuming, like, say, the last 3 cards in her hand aren't great, then maybe that's enough. We draw a lot of cards that don't do anything. We have a Teferi in play, friend. So our opponent's already missed 1 point of damage, and they missed that the Teferi's got a static ability. And we're still just going to lose this game. On a positive note, we know they have a burn spell. Alright. So now they're trying to cast a spell yet again. They're like, oh wait, I can't respond to Mox Amber. Let's untap this land. Try to figure out. Alright, well. Okay. Okay. I don't feel like it gets missed that much anymore, but opponent also didn't attack once, so maybe they're just new to MTGO or something. Now they're just throwing their burn spells at me. Okay, it's a frenzy. That makes sense. That wasn't a good draw for me. What is the best I can do now knowing that they have a frenzy? Not much, is there? Could Lazarus and Thibbletip? Lazarus make a diligent excavator than Thibbletip? Is that the best I can do? And just hope they don't have a good turn? Feels like this is the best I can do. Who knows? Maybe I'll hit something better off the Lazarus. Sure glad they just threw the Wizard's Lightning at me, which I guess they technically had to because of the frenzy. I might need a land next turn. Maybe they'll hit 2 lands this turn. I don't have enough mana for that. And I don't think I get 2 turns. So I was kind of looking for a way to win on my next untap. Like, I figured they'll bury me so hard by frenzy I'll be in burn range. Kind of just looking for a way to win, but maybe that was too greedy. Maybe I'm supposed to Tamiyo. I can definitely see the Tamiyo being right. Because we kind of need to kill the frenzy too. Guess I'm supposed to take this too. I may need the Lazarus. They play the lamb post combat? Or they tap something? Okay, they didn't play lamb, they just shock post combat. Oh, my head hurts. So if I Tamio tick up, what's the best I can find? I can find a 3-4. No, I can find an Ophikai. If I want an Ophikai, I can just Tamio tick down though. So I guess I go with Tamio tick down? I feel like I've not played this game well. This deck is certainly over my head. It's also the first event I've played with it. First I've played with it at all. They didn't have a very good experimental frenzy hand last turn, so I assumed they're just going to go plumb wild this turn. But hopefully they won't have a way to kill the Tameo, and I'll be able to tick it up and look for the hidden hand. And if I get the hidden hand, maybe there's a way for us to win. Who knows? But they hit. They hit a lightning strike, so they can definitely kill the Tameo. The life that I have, does just Tameo tick up now? Tameo tick up, look for hidden hand. If I fail, play Fibble Tip. Pretty sure I'm fine with that. So what lands do I need to leave untapped? I need a white, a green, and a black. In case I hit. Yeah, well, we have a white, a green, and a black. Well, assuming we get another turn, we get to go wild. Also, did our opponent not play a land last turn? Okay, never mind, they did. They played it. I just didn't see it. Now they played a land from over there. They're throwing lightning strikes at the hidden hand? When they know we have another hidden hand in our hand? Hidden hand in our hand. Word salad. Okay, well. That's probably game. Let's get rid of the Tameo. Let's get rid of one of the Teferis. Let's tap you for white, you for blue. Play a Teferi. And let's see what they do. They did nothing. So let's play a Lazarus. Just assuming this is game, by the way. I could be wrong. Should have also probably just cast the first Fibble Tap already, but... You can't play spells anymore. We have a Teferi out, so... Should have also Tameoed for Mox Amber, I think. Was getting a third Mox Amber makes this a lot easier? Wait, am I supposed to... Maybe I'm supposed to call Diligent Excavator. since any Mox Ambers would go to our graveyard anyway. These are not legendary, so. Wait, opponent knows our combo? Opponent knows our combo, but didn't know what Teferi did. Or to not play lands before light up the stage, or not play lands from light up the stage when they have a frenzy in play? That seems odd. Seems odd that they would know all of that. Not necessarily sure I believe that. I think they just got tired of that game. Yeah, I think it was a got bored, had a scoop. I think Sean's right. Okay, I definitely don't think I want these. Do I want this card? Probably not. Probably actually don't want the third one of these either. Two's probably enough. What the hell did we sideboard out? The deck goes pseudo infinite. So, like in that particular spot, I was able to mill myself 4 cards a turn because I was going to use the Lazarus to copy the second Excavator, and then I was going to play the Mox Amber from my hand, which would legend rule the other Mox Amber. I would get to put 4 of my cards in the graveyard. Then I mill 2 things, or I use the Hidden Hand to exile 2 things from my graveyard, and then I play this Mox Amber, and I keep looping that until my graveyard's big enough to mill them out. So it's not technically infinite. There is a finite amount of times I can do it, but there is enough that I can beat them. So not infinite, it's finite, but it can win the game. I just don't think I want these Teferis here. I don't know if I want Tameo either, though. I think I'd rather have Teferi. I don't really want Teferi, though. It's kind of weird. I don't actually want Teferi, so... But I think Tameo's too slow on the draw, so I'll try one of each. Andre Strowski is going to post his sideboard guide tomorrow after day 2 of the MCQ weekend thing, so I highly suggest following his Twitter if you're interested in the deck at all. They're probably not going to give too many tips away because there's multiple of them playing this deck in day 2 tomorrow, so... But we have their deck list. That's all we have. I guess this is a keep. It seems pretty appalling. I don't even know if this is a keep. This might just be too bad to keep. They attacked the Fanatical Firebrand on turn 1 this game. They decided not to attack with it last game. This is a pretty bad match for us, though. I think there was a comedy of errors that let us sneak by game 1. Huh. Guess I'm not playing that right now. Random burn spell, it's fine. Really wanted them to have a Steamkin hand, like a double Steamkin or something. Do not want them going like Fanatical Firebrand, Lightning Strike, Chain Whirler. That doesn't feel like a draw we beat. They'd have played that if they had it last turn, so I guess there's only one of them in their hand, but still just can't keep taking 2 damage. They had a Chain Whirler and they chose to play the other one. So we're at 10 effectively with a Lightning Strike and a Frenzy in their hand. A good turn to draw Fibbletep on. That's not Fibbletep at all. I think we're too far behind. 7 lands, 3 spells does not make a win. What could we draw now? Something. And something's not nothing. Doesn't feel like this is something that can win, though. It's going to be at 5 at the end of next turn. And they're going to have a Frenzy in play. We have no 1-mana legends, so we can draw Fibbletep into Mox Amber and still win. Alright, figured it out. We still have outs. Fibbletep into Mox Amber. That is not that. So now we can draw Lazarus, Fibbletip, and just be enough. Three mana? Chain Whirler would suck. Ooh, whatever it is, they couldn't play. Wasn't an instant. Wait, what? Why did they Fanatical Firebrand that before they looked at their next card? Why did they Fanatical Firebrand that before they looked at their next card? But those were the only legends that I had. It requires a legendary sorcery or instant requires a creature or a planeswalker. So I can't do it off the Oath of Kaya, and we didn't have enough mana for a planeswalker. Now I'm kind of afraid to kill their Frenzy because they at least have a Chain Whirler in their hand. A Lava Coil. I guess I have to Oath of Kai them. I have just way too many things that deal 2 damage to win. This game definitely extended further than it needed to be, but I don't think our opponent's probably playing optimal. I'm probably not as well, though, but I'm more familiar with the red deck, so those lines are kind of like jumping out at me. Anything that does 3 damage kills me. Direfleet Daredevil? Have I showed them a bunch of instants and stuff? Alright, don't think we can beat that one. I don't know, I guess we could combo this turn. Somehow. Lazarus into a bunch of Fibble tips in. I don't know. Maybe we can win. Alright, well that's a magic card. We'll start by playing a magic card and seeing where we get from there. Seems like I lose if I play this, but it also kind of feels like I lose if I don't. I feel like opponent has like maybe a shock and a chain whirler. Again, shouldn't have played that mountain. Okay, it's just a wizard lightning. Well, I'm confused at what point they drew that wizard's lightning that they didn't get to kill me. Still want this card, but I don't know what to take out. I don't ever want to take out a green source. We have so few. I won't take out any of my sources though. I'm just not gonna play the Tamiya. Okay. Don't actually have an answer for a Steamkin this game, so I'm assured this is going to be their Steamkin game. Just put that on the bottom. So I'd rather play this turn because it's not the chain roller turn. After taking a turn off for that, that's not too bad. My life total's already dwindling though, so. Guess I'm supposed to play these two. Start with this one. Maybe we'll get lucky and not have to take additional damage. Mm. Done 4 damage to ourselves now. That's a lot of damage to ourselves. Don't care about Chain Whirler. And would prefer not to see it, but don't care about it. Would care about them having a Shocker or Wizard's Lightning. Which looks like they do. I guess they're playing Skewer. I think Skewer is a very bad magic card. What? Opponent just doesn't know how his cards work. Went to their second combat phase to do that. Guess I'm supposed to play this one. I'm just gonna play this one. Okay. Are a little bit excited here. So, what's the best thing that could happen for us? Them attack with both. We block. Them play Chain Whirler and like another 1-drop. Is that the best thing that could happen for us? Both of them at us. I don't want both of the cards in the graveyard. I don't know if I can get both of the cards in the graveyard without telegraphing what I have. Please tap your other mana, friend. They didn't tap their other mana. So Wizard's Lightning still breaks everything up. Black, green, white. Play you. Play you. So we'll mill you. Actually, no, we'll mill you. We'll mill you. Cast you. Mill ourselves. Keep you. Tap you for white. Play you. Mill ourselves. Well, I probably should have kept Lazarus. Well, now we have 4 Mox Ambers. Awesome. Go ahead and tap that for green, I guess. Take you. Get rid of you. And you. It's not too long of a stream. We're still playing the same league. It's the same league. It's just a slow deck. Well, there's enough of Kai we can bring back. There's no Jace in my deck. And I also have nothing that can float blue mana yet. Can't cast any of those. There's no Jace in my deck, friendo. There's one in my sideboard. I rarely bring it in. Just looking for another Lazarus here. Me not keeping the first Lazarus was a mistake. I told you it wasn't Eric's list when you asked. Can't play any of those. Can do this. Use you and you. Rinse repeat. Mill myself. No worries. Nothing to be sorry. Nothing to be sorry about. This is Stanislav Kifka's list. Well, him and his friends. I don't know who was the inventor of it. Yes, we'll go ahead and play the last one. What can I discard now? Oath of Kaya and a Fibble Tip. Play you. Mill myself. Surveil one. Is it a graveyard? Copy you. Play you. Start floating blue mana. Might not have enough to win. Haven't done the math. We might not have enough to win now. Okay, well. We don't need those anymore. I think I screwed up this game multiple times too, by the way. I should be looping these Oath of Kaias. That's okay. We'll loop when we get to the next one. I think there's one left in their deck, but maybe I'm just wrong. Yeah, they were. What? Moto bugged up. Sorry if I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm like doing a thing. Come on, Moto. I would know the last two cards in my library if I'd taken the time. To look through my library, but have I played them all three? I have played them all three, so pop you, pop Tamio. Guess I'll start with you. Come on. So I had nothing left. I wasted a mill. Can't make it work. I don't consider winning the game too important. I don't really care if I win. I'm doing the thing they call having fun. Not super sure why our opponent's still playing. Doesn't seem likely that I time out. Also doesn't seem likely they get another draw step. I'm also just going to play Teferi at the end so they can't throw burn or anything. But not that that would matter because of their current life total, but wee, they have no more cars. We can kill them with damage too if we wanted, by the way. Just so they can't play anything during their upkeep, just in case there's something I'm not thinking about. Alright. Well, could have killed him with the Oath of Kaz as well. Yes. Yeah, well, we've at least acquired a pity trophy. We've beat Red Deck Wins, Vampires, and Grixis, though our Grixis player got annoyed and didn't want to play anymore. We, however, lost to another Vampires player. There's a ton of Unmoored Egos running around in sideboards right now. I wonder if that's enough to make this deck not really playable. This deck's awfully fun. And I'm sure I'm missing tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of things. But these are the first 4 matches I've ever played with it or ever saw the deck, so I guess that's to be expected. We are the champions, my friends. It's only taken 2 hours and we've won a trophy. Not a trophy, sorry, a treasure chest. Good lord, if we'd won a trophy, I'd have ice cream tonight instead of just pizza. I'm not even sure if I have pizza. I think I have a calzone. Whatever it is, I'm gonna eat the living crap out of it here in a little bit. Yeah, this thing's pretty fly for a white guy. Let's go. No 4th aggro deck of the day, please. Potentially a 4th aggro deck. Yes, I need more lands. So let's put that land on the bottom. I officially don't know what we're paired versus, but it feels like there's going to be a lot of removal. Oh my! Okay. Alright. You got me, opponent. I want to use the excavator on them just to figure out what the hell they're playing. How wrong is that? Feels pretty wrong. Feels like they're playing some weird feather deck. Like playing Mardu Feather. I've certainly never saw such a thing. And it certainly feels like it's going to be fast enough to beat us. What do now? What do I do now that I'm dead? This card doesn't do anything. So... I guess I'll just play this thing. Now, being dead already kind of sucks. Pretty sure I have to block next turn. Oh no! No, 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 no! I didn't float my mana! I clicked the button and didn't float my mana. C'est la vie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I wasn't going to win this game anyway, but I'm pretty sure I now officially have 0 outs. Don't think I could win this game anyway, but definitely think I have no outs at all now. They have 0 removal spells. Then potentially we have an out. I'd like to point out that technically versus Ruinous Blast in our deck, so I guess we had outs anyway. All we had to do was not die. They shocked. I have to be dead, right? If I block just you, I'm taking 6. Anything they put on this is probably enough to kill me, so... That's a Fibble tap. Guess I might need white mana. Might need black mana. How do I get another turn? I guess I get another turn if they have nothing in their hand and they draw nothing. It seems like a lot to ask. I'm definitely not blocking this Adonto, by the way. I'm just trying to make them think that I am. I'm doing a really bad bluff. Doing a really, really bad bluff. Don't kill me, please. It looks like I'm not dead. I don't know what that card does. What do you do? Am I dead? When there is a battlefield, you may look at the top 6 cards of your library. Alright, that card doesn't do anything. Awesome. Alright, you're green. You're black. You're white. And you're Kethis. Boom. You are a white mana. You are a black mana. Kethis, do your thing. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Play you. Mill you. Tap you for white, who cares? Play you. Mill you. Surveil you. Ooh, that doesn't do much, does it? Pay the 2. Become you. Then find all of our Mox Ambers. You and you. Tap you for whites. Fibble tap to Tamio. Tap you for black. Do we have enough cards to win? We might not have enough cards to win. I actually don't think we do this time. Too lazy to do the math. So Mox Amber, Mox Amber. We have no more Mox Ambers, so certainly don't need you or you. Need a second Oath of Kai. Oh, I have a second Oath of Kai. Incoming? Wait, host incoming? I don't. This is my last match. Do not host me. Do not let anybody host me. We're literally done after this game. We're quite literally done after this game. Oh, hey Tandy, what's up? Hope things are going well for you. Or hope they went well for your stream. How exactly do I win? Not sure how I win. Wait, stop Moto. This deck is certainly nuts and more so well over my pay grade. I don't really understand what I'm doing. I don't really understand what I'm doing. Alright, thank God. Opponent didn't make us do it because I did not do the math and I'm not sure that we got there. We're 3-1 right now and up a game versus a very hard match, but they did not draw well, so woo! Lucky us. Think we're gonna take these. I definitely think I want these. Goodbye Ashiox. Probably goodbye some number of Tamios. Maybe just all of them on the draw. Yeah, I think all of them on the draw is probably fine. I don't actually know whether I want these Drakes, but these Drakes can buy so much time versus that Tutu. Toshimir might not actually do anything. The game 3 life just doesn't feel like it does anything. Oh no! My alarm's telling me to wake up and stream. How'd your stream go, Tandy? You did better than me in the mocks. I think I went 2-2 or 1-2. I'm not actually sure. I played versus the same Simic Nexus opponent multiple rounds in a row, and it kind of tilted me because that's the one match that I don't want to play. And on top of it being the one match I don't want to play, it was the same opponent. And I didn't instantly queue. Like, I tabbed out and did some stuff, so it's not like I instantly queued right back into the same person or anything. I have not climbed any this season. I think I'm still in gold. I don't actually know. Yeah, I think it feels very bad. I don't like Arena. I have gone from the camp of thinking Arena was the future of Magic to thinking Arena's a terrible program, and things like that. Terrible is a stretch. I don't think it's terrible. Terrible is a stretch. I apologize. It's not terrible. But what aggravates me is it feels like they keep making changes to make money and not fixing the bugs. And they literally had 5 months to find a better system to queue with, and in my opinion, they didn't. I still think the system's terrible. Things like that. So that's what gets me. You're putting all these like flashy things in here for us to buy, but it's getting buggier and buggier, and you didn't even fix the queue system at all. I think I'm just going to slam that and hope, but there's a good chance that this doesn't matter at all at this point. But for the same manner, I think that the fairy doesn't really matter at all at this point, and I think casting our 3/4 into like a Reckless Rage or something doesn't matter too much. Basically, I'm saying I don't think we have a particularly good option. Hey, if they would just dial it back like 6.5 weeks or something like that, half the bugs wouldn't be there, and I wouldn't be complaining as much. But I think this whole system's silly. I think the fact that day 2 is direct queues is silly. A lot of that stuff just really aggravates me. Like, this is your quote-unquote flagship program now. Do better. It's just basically all I have to say about it. This is your flagship program now. Do better. Day 2 is direct challenge. Like, you go to a website or a Discord or something, I don't exactly know which. Oh god, that was brutal. And you have to find your opponent and type in their name and stuff. Is that good enough to matter? I tend to think it's not. I'll put it on top. This one fandom uses as well, but in fandom's defense, and I guess Magic Arena's defense, there's not another system at the moment. But I'm saying over 5 months or whatever it took to get us in this spot, there should have been another system. There just should have been. It's mildly outrageous to me that there's not one. And maybe I'm expecting too much. I'm willing to believe I'm expecting too much. But to me, I'm fairly unhappy with how it works. They have a number of different blockers here, and it doesn't appear like they have the Reckless, so at least that's good. Alright. So we have to see what goes on here. We're going to be taking a minimum of 4. As we technically don't have to take that 4, we could just block it with this. Probably not likely to block it with this, though. I'm more likely to just block this and let them kill this or whatever. Oh, that's awesome! Getting to play versus and beat the MPO members is pretty sweet. I expect that since they don't have streaming contracts going for 2020, that we're going to see a lot less of them, though. Which, to me, is a bit of a shame, actually. Pretty sure I'm willing to make this trade and not really care too much. assuming they have anything. They might not have anything. Was that a good draw? They don't have any cards in their hand either. That feels to me like that's a good draw. Maybe I should get rid of the trample ones. Oops. Didn't mean to tap that. I think I want to bounce this one. I tapped my mana really sillily. I should have tapped this blue here because if I'd hit a different land, I could have went ahead and played that. Ooh. What does that do? Kills these, but it kills all of those? Nah. We don't need no insurance policies. Insurance policies are for newbies. That's not too bad. That's actually a really good draw. You can kill the Teferi now, but they can't keep a good Teferi down. Yeah, they choose not to even kill the Teferi. That's even better. Oh, a lot more reasonable to use this card now, isn't it? It seemed like a card I didn't want to ever cast a minute ago, but now it seems like a card I could most definitely feel like casting. I'm probably going to cast this. Opponent's like, what? He's attacking. How now, brown gal? Those are two cards in my hand. I don't have to tap mana differently to bluff anything or anything. Sometimes you just attack people, man. Yeah, 8 life's safe enough. I think sometimes you just attack people. Mediocre beats go. We had we could play 2 or 3 Oath of Kai's next turn as well. Assuming they didn't kill the Teferi or the dude. Alright. Well, we went 4-1 of this deck, playing versus 4 aggressive decks. I don't know how I get back to my deck list anymore. Well, my deck list. Oh, I don't know if opponents said anything there. I guess I'll go to the end. I don't want to be rude. I'll message them if they said good game or something. But yeah, then we'll pull the deck list up and uh, talk about it. So we didn't get to play versus a variety of decks or anything. We played versus 2 vampires, 1 red deck wins. This Mardu deck and Grixis. Okay, they didn't say anything. Awesome. I don't like messaging people. Oh, cool. Now I lost the whole deck list. Or whatever. We'll go back over here to it then. So obviously I'd like to get paired versus a few other type of decks or whatever, but we never sideboarded into Unmoored Egos at all, but we never got paired versus any Mirrors, we never got paired versus any Nexus, we never got paired versus any Escape Shift, none of that stuff. The Ashioks were again super mediocre, but we never got paired versus any of the stuff I just mentioned. We never even got paired versus Esper Hero. The deck's pretty cool. I like it, and I'm obviously playing it completely horribly. But we went 4-1, and I attribute a lot of our wins to our opponent being confused about our deck as we were. Because there was game after game where we had a hidden hand in play, or a hidden hand in our hand that opponent had saw with a Fault Erasure or something like that, and then they would just make some kind of weird attack that would kill both my Fibletep, or whatever it's called, and my Teferi, and I would just untap, use this thing's ability, replay Fibletep, replay Teferi, and I couldn't quite figure that out. George, there is no more Friday Night Magics. Page 3 quit holding them. I'm unlikely to go to Cavalier considering they cut rounds and sometimes force the top 8 to split. If I was at a local to them, like 10 or 15 minute drive, that probably wouldn't bother me, but since it's a 2-hour drive, that's just not something I'm going to do. And Sean's would be my number 1 choice, except Sean's standards don't fire. Only his modern does. So I couldn't play this deck at Sean's if I wanted to. Well, I guess I technically could play it in modern. Certainly couldn't win with it in modern. But yeah, Sean's getting ready he's contemplating canceling standards as well. No, when I start showing the Friday Night Magic, attendance starts dropping. Because I'm not a very nice person. You're bringing a friend on the 30th. You had better hope that he changes that away from standard then, because it's not going to fire if it's still standard. No offense. But, I mean, I'm sure Cavalier will fire. If you guys are into that, you can go play standard over there. Actually, I think that'll be modern for Cavalier that week. Not actually sure. But anyway, that was fun. And take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Yeah, RJ Franklin, or RJ Ranklin. I don't know why I said Franklin. I think that's similar to what happened at our Friday Night Magics. I think they begun a little. We live in a pretty rural area, and a lot of the people that were playing, are 20, 30, 35 years old. 25 to 35 years old, maybe a little older. But they have a lot of disposable income, can always build the tier 1 decks, etc., etc. And then our new players would come in and they'd buy one of those starter precons, or they'd buy them a box or 2 or whatever, and they just couldn't build decks that could compete. And I think it kind of drove them off and definitely hindered the ability to grow the scene. But the problem is, it was kind of a catch-22 where we live, because our area wasn't big enough to provide other types of tournaments for the more advanced players. So it was either they had to quit Magic or they had to come to Friday Night Magic. And if they quit Magic or didn't come to Friday Night Magic, then there wasn't enough people at the Friday Night Magic either to have it fire for even the new players. There might be like 6 people there or something. So it's kind of a weird catch-22. Like, obviously, I'd prefer not to go to Friday Night Magic, but, you know, I've played Magic since 1993. I would rather play Magic than not play Magic. And we live in such a rural area that where often for us to even getting a store is like 30 minutes each way, so an hour drive, or an hour each way, a 2-hour drive. So when you're putting that much time into the travel, it's hard not to bring a competitive deck. Well, at least in my opinion. And then another one of the big problems from our area was we have, again, a very small player base in general, but a lot of the more advanced players would want to play Legacy or want to play Modern or want to play Commander. And our Commander scene, by the way, is not very casual. There's a lot of like tryhards. So again, the new players couldn't even enjoy that. New players can't just jump into Modern or even if they have the money to, they might not know they like the game enough to, right? You know, like, say I've got $2,000 to spend on Magic cards or spend on a hobby, and I've only been playing a few weeks. I might not want to commit to a Modern deck. So then the store at the time that was holding the events, this was before Sean's was in business, would like cave and start holding the Modern events on different days to not affect the Friday Night Magic days. But the problem then happened where we're such a small area that once you start dividing the player base into like a Wednesday group, a Friday group, and a Saturday group, that it gets to a point to where none of the groups are actually firing events because 6 people will show up for this one, 7 people will show up for that one, 4 people will show up for that one. And it's just playing a guessing game on whether you think you'll even get to play that night. And when you drive 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and have to drive 30, 45 minutes, an hour to get back home, it doesn't take many events not firing before you lose entire interest. So like right now, we technically have a bigger Modern community than we do a Standard community because we didn't cultivate new Standard players. Because of all of the reasons we've aforementioned. But, you know, like, even if we have 25 people right now, say, with Modern decks, you know, again, there's work, there's significant others, there's children, there's school, there's long places to drive. We're in a area that sports are real popular, so a lot of people will miss games for like a Kentucky game or a football game. Again, we're in a very rural area, so like fishing and softball's popular, so all of those type of things. So getting 50% attendance from your player base here is absurdly good. Like, it's just... So say now you're getting 12 or 13 people that might be coming a couple of times a month, say twice a month. Well, you know, we're not really adding into that player base, but we lose from that player base. People move off, people get different jobs, blah blah blah. So basically, what I'm saying is the player base is constantly shrinking now because we're not rejuvenating it in any way. My theory is, and my theory's not been tested, but my theory is the only way to make Magic in this area happen is to only hold one event a week, and it be standard at least 3 out of the 4 weekends of a month, and potentially the 4th weekend being like a draft or whatever. But like, that's going to tank attendance to begin with, but I think that'll grow attendance over time. So, you know, like this next week coming, we may get 14 people at the one store for Modern, 12 people at the other store. But in like 3 months from now, that might be like 10 and 7 or whatever. Like, I don't think it ever actually starts growing. So I feel like, and if we hold Standard the next 5 weeks in a row, 0 of them may fire. But I think over a 6 or 7 month period, 5, 6 or 7 month period or something like that, players will come back. They'll start investing into it, and you'll start getting 16 to 25 people that are actually showing up again which means you have a player base probably like 50-ish in the area. And I could be wrong. That's just my theory. It's not been tested. But, like I said, I've been playing Magic since 1993 in this area, and I've saw a half dozen to a dozen stores come, a half dozen to a dozen stores go, and all of the stores that are still in business, I've saw what's worked for them, what's failed for them over large sample periods of times, because all of these events, like all of the stores that are here that are still in business, they held events in the 90s. They held events in the 2000s, and at some point they always saturated their player base to a point to where no one else showed up ever again, and they'd have to take a year off. They'd have to take 7 months off, 8 months off, 9 months off, then restart again from standard and start building it slowly. So it's just a repeating pattern I see. And again, I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying that everything else that's been tried in this area has failed. So why keep repeating something that's failing and not trying again? But, again, that's my opinion. I don't own a store. And I would be a terrible store owner, by the way. I don't think I would even be a good store owner. I think I'd be a god-awful store owner. I'd give way too many friends discounts. And I would probably try to bend over backwards to help people. We don't really have too many stores. We have like one store in town, then a store 30 minutes from it, and a store 45 minutes from it. So, and then like another store an hour and 15 minutes from it or something, but I don't know if that other store actually holds events. We're just so small and so spread out. Like, we live in the largest county in our state, and driving from one end of the county to the other end of the county, it takes a significant amount of time. So you're really only catering to people that live near your store. For like me, I live in, it takes me 30 minutes to get to the store I'm closest to, an hour to get to the other two stores. It takes George probably a similar amount of time, probably 30 minutes an hour, the JC Morgan guy that's talking in chat with us. Like, that's just very common in this area. But anyway, nobody wants to hear me ramble. This deck was fun. I don't know if it's super awesome or whatever, but yeah. It's pretty fun. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off here for tonight. Thanks for the chats and take care, everybody.